Welcome to Coffee and Candor. This is Chris.
Ross.
Brandy.
Amber.
And one of y'all explain the whole thing with the paraplegic guy. Not everybody at once.
I thought you were bringing us in.
I did bring us in. I'm the one that said, welcome to Coffee and Candor.
Oh.
And
That usually is also someone bringing in the first story.
Yeah, that's sort of how it works.
I delegated that part.
Will you get me a tiny glass? Or I'll just take sips out of yours. I just want to try it.
It sounded like a lot. It wasn't a lot.
Well, I don't know anything about the story because I didn't watch the video, so...
Amber did.
I don't even know where this... We should stop recording because I don't even know where any of this happened.
Ohio.
Okay, I tell you what we're going to do.
Okay.
Amber is going to get up to speed because you totally threw her under the bus.
Did I?
Yeah, bad. And I'm going to talk about the bitch on the group in Cabot. We're going to call her out.
Okay. Do we know her name?
I'm looking it up.
Good.
I got it.
We actually graduated with her.
No,
Wow.
different bitch. There's a lot of bitches in Cabot.
Damn,
Sounds
apparently.
like it.
So we have a local group that, just news and information, what's going on in town. And Walmart put out their pumpkins, trick-or-treat pumpkins. And this vile woman who owns a business in this city, she made a post about it, taking a picture of the blue pumpkins for autistic kids.
Mm-hmm. Which they've done for...
That's not a new thing.
Yeah, that's not new.
It's not even... And she basically said, look, they got... And, I'm not using this word, I'm quoting her. Look, they got pumpkins for retards now.
Let's go ahead and say her fucking name.
Her name is... I almost called the wrong lady.
Don't do that. We need to be correct on this one.
Yeah. Lisa Gilmer is her name.
Lisa Gilmer, you're a bitch.
What business does she own?
Her husband's...
It's a dog kennel.
Her husband's name...
Oh, she's the one
is
that's the
Chase.
dog breeder.
Yeah.
Calls it a kennel.
She has... She raises Rottweilers here in town. And it would just be a goddamn shame if the people that inspect kennels showed up on her. It's just, that would be a goddamn shame.
Yeah, because she's probably doing the shit out of her house.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing. She made that comment.
And so
And she didn't just quit there.
people called her on it.
And she kept
And she
on.
doubled down
She
on
doubled
it.
down. She
And
went
then-
extra.
And then was sending people DMs.
Threatening
saying this-
people.
Yeah.
And then when she was like, people were like, yo, that's gross. I mean, she was like, I don't give a fuck. And anybody with a baby, a retard baby like that, they ought to just have them put down, called like a pup.
I hope she doesn't have any fucking kids.
She does.
Jesus Christ. I bet they're a treat, too.
And she was like, and somebody was like trying to draw out and see what her business was. And so they said they were looking for a puppy. And she said, how much they were, which she's charging $2,000 for Rottweiler puppies.
Wow.
That's insane. Rottweilers are beautiful dogs, but they're not hard to raise.
Right.
My parents used to raise dogs, but they did it right. You could eat off in those dog pens. And they raised dogs that were hard to raise, and that's why they were so expensive.
Yeah.
Rottweilers, they're not brachycephalic, which means a short nose.
Yeah, their nose is the right length.
Yeah, and so they don't have breathing issues. They don't have breeding issues. They aren't, they're just a good, strong dog. So wow, that's a lot.
I'd love to have a Rottweiler. Oh, my God.
I think they're beautiful, especially the ones with the square heads that look like bears.
Yeah, or one mixed with a husky.
I can't even imagine what that would look like.
And a corgi.
That would be unfortunate.
No, it would not. That would be adorable.
I think anything mixed with a corgi is automatically adorable. Because
My
they're
grandma's friend had a Rottweiler, and her name was Fancy.
fancy.
And she was a big old baby.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the one we had was. But anyway, and so this lady, she just kept on, and she was talking about these kids need to be killed,
Jesus fucking H Christ.
And I'm appalled that somebody that has an actual business would have
In the
such
area.
poor judgment. It's bad enough you think those things, you horrible,
Bitch.
vile piece of shit.
Yeah.
But you are not smart.
No, she's not. No.
I mean, damn.
Because when you own a business, it doesn't matter if it's your personal or your business account. It reflects on your business.
Oh, absolutely.
And
And
I think somebody had said something about not going to her business, and she said something about, I wouldn't want your retarded kids here
yeah.
anyway.
She's like, I wouldn't sell one of my precious dogs to somebody with a retard.
Yeah.
That would be unfortunate, if someone was called on her fucking house caught fire or something like that. I don't normally wish harm on people.
The thing is, she's having
Jesus Christ.
puppies do it
For Christmas.
born in October so she can sell them for Christmas. And so I'm trying to find the actual name of the kennel.
Probably called Shitbags Kennel.
I don't think it's shitbag.
Well, it ought to be.
I mean, it ought to be because she is shitbag.
Oh, it is.
And she told the lady she was coming to where she lives, and the kennel page has been taken down. That's why I can't find it.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Because I did have a link to it in here, but now it's gone. But yeah, so if you know this lady and you're local, don't give her your business. There's a lot of places you can get a dog for your kid.
Don't buy dogs from kennels.
No, just
Or if you know her, kick her in the front bum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alexis keeps sharing these things from Jacksonville Animal
I know.
Shelter.
Oh, those guys are
and they are
assholes.
so sad.
That's why I'm
They're
going
like,
to read them. I just look at the pictures and keep on scrolling.
They were like, this is so-and-so, an elderly dog, yesterday with her big smile saying today was going to be the day. This is her today, thinking nobody loves her. I'm
What
like,
a-
oh
Oh,
my God,
fuck.
y'all are assholes.
I don't know what kind of manipulative fuck is writing that.
Oh
but
my
they
God.
are.
I'm glad
Alexis was crying in the car.
I'm glad I just look at the pictures.
Yeah, that's all I do. I don't read the caption.
I scroll by real quick. I can't even look at the pictures because then I'm going to take them home.
The paws in prison dogs get me bad. They get
Nope,
really-
I just keep on scrolling. Like, oh, that's a cute dog. Keep on scrolling. I don't want to know the backstory because we have enough animals as it fucking is.
Yeah.
And if I start reading backstories, I'm going to be broke and buying 1,000 pounds of dog food every fucking week.
Yeah, that's how it be.
Yeah.
I understand. All right, are you ready now, Amber?
I guess.
I'm going to hear
So-
about that later.
A paraplegic named Clifford Owensby, 39, in Ohio, was pulled over September 30th for his window tint being too dark.
So he was really out there.
They said something about his history. I don't know what his history was. I haven't read anything about that.
What, did they
don't
catch him wheeling away from the scene of a crime? I mean, fucking come on.
I don't know. I'm thinking drugs and weapons because they told him that he needed to step out of the car. He said,
I can't.
I can't step out of the car. I'm paraplegic. And they didn't give a shit. And they were just kept telling him to step out of the car. They were going to make him get out of the car.
Like what part of
he
I'm a
needed-
paraplegic do you know?
He needed
Yeah,
to
no
get
shit.
out of the car so the dogs could sniff it for drugs
Right.
and weapons, is why they were telling him to get out of the car. He told him several times, I can't get out of the car, someone help me in. Because he didn't have his wheelchair at the time. They didn't even ask if he had a wheelchair. Like, do you have
Wow.
a wheelchair? Can we help you
Can
into
we
it?
assist
Probably
you?
so stupid they didn't know what paraplegic meant.
Probably. He keeps saying he's a paralegal. I don't know.
Oh, shit.
I don't know what that's got to do with shit. Whatever.
That's not going to help you here, buddy.
So the one
I don't care if you're a
officer
paratrooper or not.
grabbed him, I think they said grabbed him under his armpits and started pulling him out of the car. The other officer grabbed him by his dreadlocks,
Oh my god.
slammed him into the ground. They handcuffed him, and then at the very end of the video, they're dragging him, like stomach down, dragging him to the police cruiser. His pants have come down because he's being dragged.
Yeah.
His shoes are off. The other officer's just throwing his shoe to his car
Wow.
Yeah, those officers are going to lose their fucking jobs, and they
They
need
because
to.
his window tint was too dark.
That's horseshit.
Wow. I mean, okay, I don't care if the guy had a record. He wasn't doing anything at the time. You know,
Yeah, at that time he was not a threat. There was
Yeah.
no reason to treat him like that.
he couldn't run.
Nope.
I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. Like he couldn't be a flight risk.
Right.
You know, like I don't understand how you would justify that behavior.
No.
Like what you know, that's what I do. I try to think like what was the person that did the dumb thing trying to think. I mean,
And I mean, everything was recorded from the officer's
was
body
all
cam.
on
So
the
this
body.
isn't someone across the street that
recording, no.
came in halfway
so
through.
they knew they were being recorded the whole time. It was
Yeah.
their body.
Yeah, their
Yeah.
body cam.
See, now
I have nothing for that.
Yeah, that's because there's not an excuse. There's not a situation where those circumstances lead to some sort of rationalization for the cops' actions. If I was the cop, I'd have been like, okay, we're gonna stand right the fuck here. We're gonna wait for EMS. They can help you out. They have whatever fucking equipment they have, and we're gonna search your car. Actually, what probable cause did they have? Because they can't just
They didn't have any.
Then they didn't have the right or the authority to search his fucking car.
No, they didn't actually.
Unless he gave them permission.
And what's crazy-
And here's the thing.
He didn't because they didn't say, can we search your car? They said, you need to get out of the car so our dogs can search you.
No, sir. Fuck you. That's how that goes.
And not only-
because I don't have anything to hide ever in my cars. But if a cop says, can I search your car? No, the fuck you cannot.
Well,
you don't have a
and
you don't have a
also-
reason to. You do search my car, you get a fucking warrant.
Based on another case I was reading, there's precedent that they can't make you wait. If there's a dog on scene or a dog pulls up while they're in the process of running whatever ticket or whatever they're going to do, then that's fine. But they can't make you wait for a dog to arrive on scene. That's considered unreasonable
Well,
But I mean, what
for
can
you to have to wait for a dog
what
to
can the
come.
person do? They said, well, there's no reason for you to keep me here and I'm not waiting, and you just leave.
Then you fled.
No, you
Yeah,
just...
but then can they
no, but
say...
what I'm saying, you sue the shit out of them.
well, and
Because that was unlawful search and seizure because they held you until...
well, we
A dog
actually
arrived.
we actually know a guy who used to be a baby police officer, and he actually, in the midst of a drunken stupor, told us one time. He said, "You know what? When I pull someone over, the only thing I care about is getting in their car. If I got to have the dog come out and scratch the shit out of the paint for them to agree to let me search their car, that's what I'll do." And I'm like, man, that gets your ass fucking sued.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought that was super shitty.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah, and be like, you scratched shit out of my paint. I don't give a fuck.
for them anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
Well, you know, and the thing is, jerking somebody around with a spinal cord injury like that.
And that's why he kept yelling, you can hurt me, you can hurt me.
Yeah, I mean, you can.
That's why they
'cause
should have called EMS.
He could have been turned from a paraplegic to a quadriplegic being
Yeah.
treated like that. You know, like that's not safe. You know.
Yeah, those
God.
guys need to lose their jobs, like, for real.
They need their ass whooped, too.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I just.
But you know, a lot of people that go into law enforcement, and I'm not bashing law enforcement. This is just a fucking fact. A lot of them have authority issues.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
they get this little bitty bit of power, and let me flex my badge.
I mean, let's be real. There are two types of people that go into law enforcement. There are people who genuinely want to help people and to make the world a better place.
and then there are the people that peaked in high school.
And then there's bullies.
Yeah, and I
Yes.
absolutely believe that there are lots of both. You know, I don't believe all of them are bad. I believe,
No.
you know, my son, his biggest dream was to be a cop, and it was because he wanted to help people. He wanted to make the world better. And a lot of them, I believe that's what they do because they certainly aren't doing it for the money.
No.
They certainly aren't doing it for the prestige because they get shit on all the time. But then there are the others, and they're like, just give me a little power and I can have a lot of fun with that. And they live for that shit. And you can see it in the way they handle themselves and they present themselves. I mean, it's not hard to tell which one kind you're dealing with.
Yeah.
You know?
But yeah, those guys are going to lose their jobs, and that whatever PD that is going to have the shit suit out of them.
And
But
very
that-
should.
But that brings up an interesting question. So, if I believe in Ohio the maximum legal tint is 10%, which is still, if I'm not mistaken, like a light limo tint. That's fucking dark. Here in
Yeah.
Arkansas, it's 20%.
Okay.
And his was 5. He probably didn't do that himself.
No.
Why is it
Why
legal?
is it legal to do it? I mean, sell it, you know?
Well, why is it legal for a shop to install that? And
Right.
someone's going to say, "Oh, well, he could have done it himself." Yeah, that guy could have, but and I'm not gonna name any names, but we know a person who got a new car. His girlfriend, for I don't know, his birthday or whatever, got his windows tinted. at 5% and got his windshield tinted at 20. Number one, I think